What's up, everybody? FSC Trucking. Got an interesting video for you. Very interesting start of the day. So I've got Orwell behind me. We're parked over here at the Pilot in Columbus. It was exit 91 or 94 off 70. It's just inside the loop on the west side. Anyway, so I went over to the McDonald's, and dining room's closed. It's the morning now. I should have mentioned that. So I went over to McDonald's. Dining room's closed, just the drive-through. So it did that. No good. So I went to the Wendy's. At least Wendy's I can get a burger in the morning. I don't like Wendy's breakfast. Anyway, so last night at the Pilot, an interesting thing happened. You know, they got these pretty big lights, and it is bright in this lot. And all of a sudden, poof, lights all went out. I'm like, what in the world went down? And then I wound up later coming inside to use the bathroom, and then I found out what happened. Like I said, it's an interesting start of the day. Let me show you. Somebody had a real bad day. See, I come over here, building's over there. Come over here and a big, huge puddle of fuel. And somebody wrecked the fuel pumps. And I don't mean just a little bit. Of course, now there's a lot of more parking spaces now. Check all that out. Now, how in the world did they manage that? Got on the other side, so they're out of the shadow. But he's just parked there because why not, right? How do you hit that? I'm figuring because you got the concrete there, right? You got concrete there to protect the pump. How in the world did that get done? I'm thinking of coming out, swinging the trailer, trying to back in, or who the hell knows? Yeah, trying to figure it out. I'm not really sure. So you got the parking lot way over there, or not way over there. I don't know, maybe somebody trying to back into something. Maybe somebody trying to get out of this space here, which obviously it's not a space, but you use whatever you can use. But that pump got jacked in that way, so I have no idea. Nice, huh? Oh well, couldn't happen to a better place, right? So I figure So I came out after getting my breakfast and decided, you know what, let me walk over here and take some pictures, see what happened here. So it's one of those things where I'm sure Berkshire Hathaway, I mean the Pilot, have all kinds of money to repair that, and they probably won't mind not having any fuel pumps at all for a while. Not like that would affect the price, right? Oh well, I'm not a big fan of the big mega corporate truck stops, obviously, so, you know, for either way. Interesting morning. All right, so anyway, back to what we're talking about. Long story short, we're here today because we delivered yesterday at the airport in Columbus. Brought them down that snow removal equipment. So now that that's done, I'm sitting here waiting. So until I get a load, while I wait, I'll get video edited, and if I don't get a load today, then I'll bounce back about probably about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, head back to Wisconsin. That we get loaded tomorrow for another outbound. Alrighty, we get back to my editing. We'll see what the rest of the day brings. Alrighty, just about ready to go. We almost had a load getting out of here. Dispatch called and said, hey, got a set of tractors. One you got to hurry up and go get at 4:30. You load it today. The other one out in Indiana, you can load that tomorrow. Then you can haul ass and get to Wisconsin for Friday afternoon. Deliver them both at the same spot. Like, all right, sounds good. What's the catch? Well, the catch was the broker that posted it never even had it. so we don't have it. Called dispatch again, spoke to outbound dispatch, and their answer was, hammer down, we got freight. So, going back to the yard empty. Bad news, well, I'll show you. Bad news is this. That off. So that's us. That's where we're going. Oh no, run for your lives, we're all gonna die. Yeah, it's good snow. So we're gonna be in some snow. Maybe we'll get lucky, it'll get past us before we get into Wisconsin. But I doubt it. All right, here, check it out. Put that up. That's DigiHUD, D-I-G-I-H-U-D. Hit there, anywhere. Hit window mode, it goes small. And Waze, little ghost guy right there. Boom. That's the thing I use. Now, if I need directions, I usually use Google Maps. But you got to remember, Google Maps thinks you're a car. So don't necessarily go the way they want you to go. You might wind up twisted in a neighborhood you don't want to be in. You might wind up stuck on a railroad grade. Who knows? All right, let's get this show on the road. Roll the window up. So since I walked around the fuel island, I got most of the fuel islands open, except for maybe 2 or 3 of them. Not like I need fuel anyway. So yeah, basic plan is we're gonna go to Wisconsin, get loaded tomorrow, it's Friday, and then probably go home for a little bit. We'll see what the game plan goes once I get loaded. You know, I wanted to get Dave to do some work on my trailer, but I might not do that this week. I might wait till next. It's not like it's super urgent important, but it's got to get done. I have one tire on the back of the trailer. It's got a real slow leak to it. It loses about 10 pounds a week. I did stop at the line, so let's see if this guy knows what he's doing. He does. The line used to be up there. The new one's right here. So bad now, it goes straight up. Oh, I changed the setting on this camera right here, you guys, and I also lowered it down one more notch, for lack of a better term. Those use the no GoPros probably know what I'm talking about with the little twist things. I added one more to it, so it should give you a your eye angle is actually mine right now. Like if I look at the camera, my eyes are level with the lens. So hopefully it'll be a little bit better for you. This particular GoPro was cutting out early on me. Before the battery died, it was getting overheated, even though it wasn't even hot. So, and it was physically hot, like camera was hot. I don't know if that setting I accidentally put it in messed it up. shoveling all the coal I could. Yeah, the camera was getting hot, it was cutting off early. So hopefully the new setting that I put, back to the original setting, it zooms it out a little bit more, give you a wider view of what I see. But hopefully it won't let it overheat no more. If not, I'll have to look at getting another GoPro. I've bought quite a lot of GoPros over the years, have I not? Nice. Oh, I thought maybe I was going to get a twofer. I got in there yesterday, probably about noon, 1 o'clock. I didn't really want to film in the airport. I got in trouble once. I got in trouble, but got talked to about it, so I wasn't really sure. I figured, you know, it's not a big deal. But I helped the other driver break his trailer down, close it back up, because he had the stretch trailer. He hauled the trailer, the whole thing has to fit in the well, so you have to stretch the trailer out for it to fit. So it's just like mine, but it gets longer. So I got over there, I don't know, noon, 1-ish. Sat there all day. So I've been in that truck stop longer than 24 hours. McDonald's across the street, like I said earlier, the dining room is closed, at least in the morning. So I got stuck at Wendy's again. I edited another video while I sat and waited. So it's not like I wasn't productive. So let's see here. I got Saturday's video, today's Thursday. I got Saturday's video and Sunday's video done. Usually I do Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays, usually. So it wasn't like I wasted time. I'm usually, I shouldn't say always, but I'm usually pretty productive when I'm sitting around doing nothing. I'm at least doing something. There's always video to edit. Yeah, not always, but most often. So I'm hungry. My plan is I'll stop the TA up here to 79, get me a little chicken. I'll have leftovers for later, because I want to have some food in the truck when we head up north through the snow, in case the highway gets dumb and I got something to eat, something to drink. We got a bear in the air up there. Waze has a cop up the road. No, we don't. Change. Never mind. The helicopter running just alongside the highway, so it might be a bear in the air. I doubt you can see him. It's just below the headliner. How even I confuse Prime, like Amazon Prime, from Prime Trucking. Or Prime, it might just be Prime. What is it, Prime Express, Prime Trucking? I don't know. Turning around, coming back. See him in the, I should see him in the back GoPro facing forward. I feel like Henry Hill and Goodfellas. That truck just passed that car in the shoulder. I'm gonna watch the footage. Well, we just edged over on it, or if he went all the way around. I was looking at that truck junkyard over there, looking for parts trucks. It's gonna be interesting. We made it. Oh, that's a pretty Kenworth over there in the fuel island. Way too new for me, but still a pretty looking truck. If it was a glider, I'd be all in. Park over here in the reserved. We're not gonna be here long enough for it to matter. Just gonna eat a couple pieces of chicken and be gone. Be gone with me.
happy I am because I has chicken nuggets that in my belly. All of you. Chicken nuggets.
1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. Time at 5, 4, 3. Mark.
How you doing, driver?
What's going on?
Not much. Just give me a second. I'm a champion here. Drove a truck for 9 years. Want to share a gospel price. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. You're going to meet him someday. He's going to ask you a question. Here's the answer I'm going to give you. The answer wrong, you go to hell. It ain't PC at the fact, though, right? I go to church every Sunday. And when I get to heaven, these words will.
All right, we'll take it.
It's in the world, man. Be ready for it, all right?
Excellent.
Take care of yourself. Be safe.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
Oh, there he went. He went over there. He's over there now talking to him. You know, most people don't realize this. I'm not outwardly religious, like I don't push it upon people like this guy, but I'll take his information and read it and go through it. There's nothing wrong with that. I hate to say it like this, but there's guys that'll come out here in these truck stops and they'll preach to you for hours. And it's like, I'm not trying to be mean, but I gotta go. He did his quick little spiel, gave me his thing here. I'll go through it. Curious, what denomination is this? There's many, many denominations. That's what he gave me. Where were you dispatched on your last trip? So it's catered to trucking. Interesting. Again, I'm not anti-religion, boys and girls. I really don't like it when you get preached to forever and ever. But he's not doing anything to bug you, so I guess I'll take his information. I'll put it right here for safekeeping. We'll look at it. We'll just read through it later real fast. Alrighty. Alrighty, back to where I was. Alright, that was interesting. I'm going to assume he's with that truck in front of us. They're transferring. That straight truck's got a lift gate. They've been pallet wrapping stuff, so I imagine they're doing food bank work or something. I don't know. I'm gonna assume they're with them. So yeah. All right, let's skedaddle. Belly's full of food. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Ah, it's a bad boy. I ate too much.
Baby Yoda ate too many chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I try to keep religion and politics off this channel. If you just pay attention to me long enough on my channel, you'll know where I stand with things. And very, very rarely do I ever talk about religion at all, ever. So, obviously, being a full-time truck driver, you know, you meet all kinds of people out here. So it's not hard to figure out. My mother's Italian, my father's Polish and Ukrainian, hence my last name is actually Ukrainian. So I was raised and baptized in the Roman Catholic Church. Now, my mother made sure I went through all my CCD classes, religious education. I don't even know what CCD stands for, to be honest. I'd have to look that up. I don't know. But I remember going through that, and it ruined a lot of summers because It went earlier than, it started earlier than school did, and I think it went a little, no, I think we got out a little before school let out. I remember it ended summers early, because it started earlier than school typically. In Jersey, we used to start school just right after Labor Day in September. But we got out for the summer in like June. Yeah, so I don't go to church as often as I should. I've had some bad experiences down south with some churches. I don't really want to tell that story on the channel because I don't want to isolate anybody. But, and that just starts all kind of trouble. But let's just say a guy from Jersey going to a southern church, that didn't work out well for me. No, I will never go back in one ever. Yeah, that's when, that's where the whole thing with people, that's the whole thing with people like really getting really pushy and preachy to you. There's a point to where your approach to me, you could be right in what you're saying, but your approach is all wrong, and I will have nothing to do with it. You actually lose your argument in the wrong approach by literally getting in my face, yelling and screaming and telling me I'm such a horrible, no good, you know, pile of crap. So yeah, that approach don't work. And you get some of these truck stop preachers that are like that, man. They go on and on and on and on non-stop. The same way my mother raised me, it's how I raised my children. I should say my mother and my father, obviously. I don't know why I give more credit to my mom. My dad had a huge impact in my world. See, I'm one of the rare lucky ones that did not grow up with parents of divorce. So my mom and my dad are still together now. They're still alive. They're doing better, actually. Health-wise, and they're as happy as I guess they can be. You know, for old people, their health just isn't great, so they struggle. But I talked about, what are you on your brakes for, Peterbilt? I was debating on whether I was going to put the cameras on. That's life on the road.
Watch out, object on road ahead.
Yeah, so long story short, I'm not anti-religion by any means. I just don't push it on people. I say my prayers daily. I can say a prayer right now, and I believe God will hear my prayer no matter where I'm standing or how fast I'm driving.
Police reported ahead.
Could be a diesel bear. You gotta watch them. They work near rest areas in Ohio. See, Waze is showing them. I don't know if you can see them there, and then more up there. Usually, if you see both on one side on Waze, he's usually in the middle. So guys will mark one and then the other, either side, which usually indicates he's in the middle. There's no center median option, because obviously if he's sitting in the center median, he can do anything, go any which direction. But either way, the rest area is right between them two. So a lot of times, some diesel bears, the DOT, or technically motor carrier enforcement, that's what they're actually known to. You'll see in Ohio the baby blue lettering, it'll say motor carrier enforcement on the side of the car. Well, they're SUVs now, but anyway, that's what they actually are, motor carrier enforcement. DOT, Department of Transportation, like that's the common term we use. Back in the day, they used to call them ICC, but the Interstate Commerce Commission was done away with many, many years ago. I still have ICC numbers on my truck, even though there is no ICC. But Whitmire does have ICC numbers, and I thought, like, well, it's an old school truck, let's put the old school numbers on it. There he is, I see him now, he's in the middle.
Police reported ahead.
I was just thinking too, I remember Ohio had like gray cars, then they transitioned over to white cars. Then on the CB, we used to always refer to them as polar bears. That was when Ohio was 55 for trucks. Yeah, he's facing the wrong way to be DOT in trucks. Last time I came through, because he'd have to back up and then go this way to pull you into the rest area. Yeah, those are just regular state troopers, which they're DOT certified too, but the motor carrier guys, that's all they do is hunt trucks. And they like to hassle you in the rest areas, because the way station ain't good enough. You gotta hassle a guy where he rests. I disagree with that all completely. I wish somebody would make a law that stated that truck stops, rest areas, it would be illegal to inspect trucks where truck drivers are supposed to take their rest. Now, criminal stuff, that's different. If you're doing a criminal investigation, whatever, it's a fight or whatever, that's different. But you should not be allowed to inspect trucks where drivers are supposed to believe you're safe from harassment, I'll call it harassment, while you're taking your break. When you're off duty, you're off duty. That's it. You inspect that truck, sitting over there. But I don't know if that'll ever actually happen. Because if you start inspecting trucks in truck stops, you start making it to where drivers, I gotta be honest with you, I know guys, including myself, I really second guess going to sleep in rest areas because you never know what you're going to wake up to. You might wake up to them rapping on your door because they need that spot to inspect, like in Pennsylvania, or just want to do a random, and they just, they figure to wake you up, catch you off guard, and then boom, you're gotten. So you got guys who will avoid places to rest because they're fearful of law enforcement giving them a hard time about who knows what. That's my opinion anyway. My dad used to say opinions are like a-holes. Everybody got one. Except one poor son of a gun. Had to be somebody born without one. Seen them working around that rest area and the one over by the state line. It was like the 6 or 7 mile marker in Ohio. Right about there. See them in there all the time too.